Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. This is Dino. Hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're in the mood for some Minecraft. I sure am, and I thank you for joining me. So, in the previous episode, we were in the Nether, and I was playing with our Tinker's Construct cleaver and hacking away at some wither skeletons, and oh boy, the blood moon is rising. That ought to add a little excitement. But so so we managed to get a whole lot of cool stuff while we were there, and we managed to get a whole bunch of wither skeleton heads. So let me go ahead and show you what I was able to accomplish. So this is all the stuff that we pretty much got. Well, not all of it. I actually had some other stuff as well that I threw into our ME system. But it was mostly just miscellaneous extra stuff. This is most of the cool stuff. So look at all this loot that we came back with. So got some ectoplasm. Have no idea what that's useful for, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Got a whole bunch of really cool horse armor, which is really sweet because, as you know, we've got a whole stable full of horses and nothing really much to equip them with. You know, I think I had like one saddle and that was like about it. So we got some more saddles. And we have some cool horse armor, so that's going to be pretty nice. So got a whole bunch of these soul aspects from Practicalities mod. I'm not sure what those are useful for, but I got a bunch of them. Here's some magma cube. Here's a zombie pigman soul. So pretty cool. Grabbed some sulfur cloud. Not sure what I'll be able to use it for, but it's sort of unique, and we may have a purpose for it, so I just grabbed some while we were there. Also got a whole bunch of soul sand, some netherrack. So nether warts, I couldn't remember if I'd actually grabbed some from prior episodes into the nether. So I just grabbed a whole bunch while I was there. I actually, well, let me just finish with this. So got some saddles. These are some things we got from a loot chest. Got a bunch of blaze rods. Look at that, I got 55 wither skeletons, heads, a whole bunch of necrotic bones, some more flame string, 39 gas tears. Those guys annoy me so much. Every time I see one, I just want to go kill them. Got some gunpowder, some magma cream. Anyway, some really cool stuff here. And an ethereal essence. These are pretty cool because we're doing more and more with Thaumcraft. So I'm looking forward to finding out what to do with those in the near future. Because I got some ethereal essence and even some other ones. This one, I guess, does Perdicio ×2. And I got some that does Ordo ×2. All that kind of cool stuff. It's all new to me. But anyway, So what I did after we got done in the last episode was I went ahead and just kind of stayed in the nether a bit longer, trying to, I think we wound up with like 9 heads after playing in there for 20 to 30 minutes. So that was a little bit frustrating. So I just kind of stayed in there after finishing up the episode because it was a little over 30 minutes already. And I probably spent about a half hour in there and maybe got another 9 more, something like that. Decided to go ahead and come back, and you'll notice down here, I actually have a new Manulan cleaver. What I did with this one was I actually got it up to beheading 6, as you can see. And our other one, which I just have as a spare in my backpack, is beheading 3. And it does a lot more damage. You can see that one does 23 damage, and this one only does 16 damage. But I went ahead and sacrificed kill strength for beheading because I really wanted to improve my chances of getting ahead, because that was just a lot of running around trying to find these guys and then only getting a 50% chance of getting ahead. So by going to beheading 6, which I thought I read on the internet that was pretty much like 100% guarantee you'd get ahead, but actually it's only 80%, as you can see here, chance of beheading 80%. So I thought maybe that for whatever reason, it just wasn't adding the default 20% that you get just by having a cleaver. But that's not true, because I think 80% pretty much almost guarantees a drop. But I would say actually 1 out of 10, I wasn't getting ahead. So I think it truly is 80%. But 80% is a lot better than 50%, and I got a lot more heads, as you can see. So I came back and I did that. It's just a Manulan head, and then I pretty much made the other 3 pieces all paper. We'll take a look. So if you look at the cleaver, whatever this guy is, I can't remember what it's called, But this guy and the 2 rods, tough rods, I basically made just all paper to give me as many modifiers as I could. And that gave me 5. And then I used, I think that's 5. And then I used diamond and gold block to give me 6. And that was able to get me to the 80%. Something like that. Anyway, so really glad I did that. Then I went back in, spent maybe another hour in there, and got all this loot. So an hour and a half in the nether with a cleaver is going to get you a lot of cool stuff. So, and I actually came back 2 or 3 times just to drop it off because I was running out of room here. So it was a lot of fun. And I'll go ahead and put this stuff away here shortly. But I just kind of wanted to show you all the spoils from the previous episode. Now we have a whole bunch of wither skeletons. And my goal now is to craft a couple of withers in a secure manner. And I have a couple of ideas on that. And go ahead and kill them, and then get the nether stars and start crafting a wither farm. Because if you remember, I have the practicalities mod installed, which obviously I was just talking about it right here. And with that, you can actually, they have blocks in there, special blocks that allow you to create a wither farm, and it's pretty sweet. But to actually take advantage of that, you need lots and lots of wither skeleton skulls and soul sand. And that's why I grabbed a whole bunch of both. Because basically you feed those 2 component pieces into the farm, and then the farm basically creates withers, not for real, but it kind of is a process of like that. And then it kills them for you, and you get your nether stars. So that's a way of getting nether stars in a more safer manner. So really looking forward to that. So that's one of the next things we're going to wind up doing here fairly soon. And doggone it, I wish it wasn't a blood moon. I'm really not in the mood to go outside and fight all those things out there. We'll go ahead and hang out here for a little bit longer. Let me go ahead and put a little bit of this stuff away, since we've got to wait a few minutes. What I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the flying rig that we were using for sucking up oil from the oil geysers out there. And I had trouble in the last episode, remember? It didn't seem to be working, and I was just stumped. And I kind of got on a little earlier. I was going to spend some time trying to figure out why it wasn't working, and guess what? It was working. So I have no idea. Logging off and coming back into the game just cleared off whatever issue the game was experiencing, and it started working. So let's go ahead and so I'm going to wait until the blood moon's gone, and then we can go outside and I'll show you what's going on over there, what I plan on doing. But in the meantime, look what I've done. You'll notice I have goggles revealing. Isn't that sweet? Probably not very exciting for most of you. You probably have had these for forever, but for me, it's brand new and it's kind of cool. So I was able to craft those last time. Remember, I just needed to learn how to do that through research, and I did that. But then I didn't have all the materials in my wand, so I forget which ones I was needing. But I think I needed like 5 of them, and I only had 3 of them. And so I needed to go find some ora nodes that actually had the other 2 that I needed. And as it turned out, remember when we were in the nether and there was that ora node right there at the fortress? Well, I went ahead and sucked that guy down to 1. Since I did that research, now I don't absorb everything out of the ora node like I did over there, because I didn't know the hell I was doing. But now I do. I've done that research, so now it'll suck everything out but 1, so that way the node doesn't disappear on us and will, I guess, replenish over time. But it had 1 of the 2 that I needed, and then I still had 1 more I needed to get. And it actually turned out that the ora node in our village over there actually had the other piece I needed. So our wand now is full. Well, not full, but it's got all of the different 5 component pieces to it. Or is it 6? It's 6, yeah. So I was able to go ahead and craft our goggles of revealing now. So, sweet. So I've got those guys on me at all times now, because I never know when I'm going to need it. And I was actually wearing it right now. And that's kind of cool. So now I can see the aura nodes a lot better. And then the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to craft one of those great wood wands. So let's go ahead and do that. You remember I had 8 blocks of great wood logs in the last episode, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't know how to craft it. So I do now. Let's go ahead and do that. But before I get started on that, let me go ahead and grab some gold, because we're going to need some gold ingots, or gold nuggets, pardon me. And let's go ahead and do this. So I don't remember if I need, do I need stuff? I thought that's all I needed to do, was put gold nuggets in this form, and it would allow me to create the cap. I guess not. Pardon me a second. Let me go take a look and see what I missed. Be right back. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. So I actually need to do research on that. It's called capping things off with style. So that'll open up or unlock gold wand caps, and I haven't done that yet. So I need to do that. I'll go ahead and do that between episodes. Oh, gold coins. It's kind of weird. Don't need those. So I'll just go ahead and hold off on that for now. In the meantime, though, I can go ahead and at least create the great wood rod, and it just takes some of this guy. I don't remember what that symbol stands for. Eventually I'll remember those, but I don't know yet. So there you go. So we've got the rod, and then I'll go research the caps, and then we'll be able to create our gold wand. So that'll be nice. All right, it looks like the night is gone now. Awesome. So let's see. Pardon me a second. Pull up my notes, make sure I'm remembering everything I want to cover in this episode. So yeah, let's go over there now and take a look at what I was talking about a moment ago. Get into a form where I can fly over there. So yeah, it should have worked last time. I was doing it right. That's why I was kind of stumped, but it wasn't. But as you can see now, it did. After logging off and back on, I was going to come over here and take a bit more of a look at it, and it was full of oil. The oil, as you can see, is gone from below, and the tank is full. And actually, there is a lot more oil down there, so it's not done. It's obviously below the surface now, and it's down inside the chamber down there. But our oil drum is now full. So let's go ahead and grab this guy, and we'll move this empty one over, and it should just pick up where it left off and continue sucking out oil. Yep, sure enough. Yep, you can see it going up, so it's sucking out oil. That's all it takes. What I'm going to do, though, and I guess I don't have to do it right now, but this is what I intend to do. Oh, I didn't bring it with me, or did I? Can't remember. No, I didn't. Huh. Let's go back. What I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and replace this whole drum process, and I'm going to go ahead and put a tesseract there. So I actually went ahead and crafted 2 tesseracts for that purpose, so that we can have a more streamlined automated process for grabbing oil. And I'll elaborate on that a little bit more in a moment. Let me go ahead and figure out where I put it. Is these the guys? I think it was this one. Doesn't really matter. They're not programmed yet. But let me go back and at least put it on the ship so that it's ready to go once that tank gets full. Awesome. So basically, I'm just going to put it down right here where the drum is, and we'll go ahead and there's oil right there. Select it, done. Then configure it for sending. Let's turn all these off real quick, and then item and fluid sending. That's all we got to do. Done. And it's always enabled. Okay, excellent. So that's really it. So this guy's good to go. Just basically hook it up to this pipe right here once this drum is full, still going. And then basically this whole system's just going to be a lot slicker in the future. Just hit the on switch, it'll go down, start sucking up the oil, go in our Tesseract, and then from our Tesseract, it will go into our processing facility. And let me show you that. So there's our oil tank right there on the second floor. Remember, from a long time ago. And I've already put down a Tesseract right here. I still need to run a fluid line, but basically I'm going to connect the fluid line to the Tesseract. So basically it'll always, whenever we're picking up oil, it'll always fill up this tank. And this is basically just a buffer tank, right? So it's pretty full right now, not completely, but pretty close. So once we've got a lot of oil to process, you'll see I have oil coming out of the tank and going into our compact machine here. Let me show you what's going on in there. It's pretty cool. Grab our personal shrinking device and click on it. And what I've done is I've set up a huge steel tank. Look at that guy. Isn't that awesome? This is so cool. So it's huge. It's just, I originally started building it as an iron tank. And then I realized that I'd gotten the size wrong. It has to be at least, it has to be an odd number, and I've created it 6 wide. Because my thinking was that I wanted a little more space here. But so it wouldn't turn into a single block. So then when I was researching those details, I realized that, oh, you can create a steel tank. And for the same size, a steel tank holds a lot more. So I decided to go ahead and tear down my iron tank and create a steel tank instead. And that's what's here. So this is our steel tank, and it holds almost 11 million. It's not buckets, because I think each bucket holds 10, but whatever it is, it's a lot. So how many, just divide that by 10 and you get all those buckets. So that's a lot of buckets. And this is our facility right here. Basically just have the oil coming into our compact machine, have my refinery here, and the fuel comes out and goes into this tank. And you see I already started it because I wanted to test it out. And then when I want fuel out of our system for use as a fuel, then I just click this guy on and it'll suck it out and then go out. This is the north wall, so I'm thinking this is the west wall. Let's find out. Yep, west wall. So this is the west wall. So the west wall of our outer compact machine will have the fuel coming out. So the north side has oil going in and the west side has fuel coming out. And it's all stored in a processed here and stored in this huge buffer tank. So pretty awesome. And all I really need to do to get it going is flick this guy on. Oh, duh. No, that's not all I got to do. I forgot. I need to get a power source in here first. I had a capacitor bank in here for experimenting with, but I think I'm going to want to do a Tesseract in here as well. And that way there's just always fuel available when it's needed. So, yeah, so I still need to finish that part up. But I crafted 2 more Tesseracts, so I think I have everything I need to finish this up. So pretty cool. And got a spare port up here should I need it, coming out the top. But anyway, it's pretty simple build, but kind of nice because this would take up a lot of space, right, in the overworld. I mean, this is a 9 by 9 room, and in the overworld it's taken up no space at all. So pretty awesome. Really like this. Just need to get power in here and then we're good to go. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back out of here. And voila. So yeah, so this is the north side, and then the west side would be right here. So yeah, so fuel would just come off this side And I guess I should have thought about that a little clearer. Might be cleaner to actually have it come out the south side. Um, hmm. I think it's a little too late for that now, darn it. Oh well. Not a real big deal because you could move this back into the wall should you want to and have a line go in there and then just have the pipe coming out along here. So there's still creative ways to make it look nice and not take up a whole lot of space. So not a big deal. Anyway, but I'll have to remember that for the future builds. And because right now I can't move it, I can't do anything. The way you upgrade compact machines to where they're breakable and not just spewing out all the internal contents is to upgrade it with a nether star. And obviously that's our goal, right? Is to start getting a whole bunch of nether stars here in the very near future, but I don't have any yet. So until I get some, we can't really upgrade this guy. So until it's upgraded, you can't really move it. Not cleanly anyways. The whole contents will spill out. So that's pretty cool, but anyway, can't do anything with it yet. So that's what's going on there. To be honest with you, I don't know what we're going to do with fuel at the moment. When I was first learning how to play, of course, converting oil to fuel was kind of a big deal. It was kind of the starter fuel of choice. But now, it's not too difficult once you have some experience to go to the nether and set up a system where you can get lava. So I think we're pretty well covered right now. And I also want to play with nuclear reactors here pretty soon too. So I'm going to have all kinds of fuel sources and stuff that we can take advantage of. So anyway, yeah. So that's basically the bulk of what I wanted to cover in this episode. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about maybe what we're going to build next because can't do it as a morph. Let me change back into human. So yeah, it's been a long time since we've actually done any building. So I kind of want to get to doing some builds here pretty soon. There we go. Boy, I got a long list of stuff, don't I? So let me sleep real quick and then I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. So I think the last major build we did was over there. It was kind of our railway station and still need to finish it up as well. Need to kind of get going with railcraft and start getting our rail system set up. And to do that, this is what I sort of have in mind. So I'm thinking what I'll do is, what's that? Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm wearing my, I thought I drained that. Oh, we got us a little bit of a situation here. Okay, let's take care of it, shall we? Ta-da! Cool. All right, so that's pretty cool. I forgot. Oh, wow. Look at this. That is so very cool. Like I said, Thaumcraft is pretty new to me. I had no idea this guy was here. This Aura node was here. No idea. Never saw it before. This is the one that I drained before, and I could have swore I drained it completely dry. I mean, it completely and utterly disappeared, so I just assumed it was diminished and the Aura node was gone. Because I had not researched yet that capability where you can drain everything but one. And so I just assumed that if I drained it all, it would disappear, but it's still here, so that's pretty awesome. And then I got another one over there. I had no idea that was there. Unless Aura nodes move or just randomly pop up, that could be. I had no idea. Let's take my goggles off and see what this looks like without them. Yeah, look at that. They're so hard to see. In fact, I can't see it. Oh, there it is, right there. Look how dim that is. Wow. You literally can't even see it. And this one over here, look, I can't see it at all. Unbelievable. And it's right over here. I mean, I can't see it. I really can't see it. Am I blind? It's right there. Oh, there it is. See? Yeah, I can. If you're right on top of it, you can just see the tiny, tiny haze there. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, right there. If you look real close, you can just see it. That's interesting. That is really, really interesting. Yeah, so that makes the goggles of revealing just that much more critical to have. Seriously, I mean, I read what they were capable of, and it definitely makes a big difference. But it literally, without it, you can't see that. I mean, really, nobody's going to see that. And it pointed out that that guy was still around, and I assumed it was gone. So anyway, that is really cool. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna probably wind up wearing these around, running around a whole lot just to see where the nodes are. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, I better make a note of this guy's location. So let's go ahead and take this guy out and put a thermometer on and hit F4. You'll notice the distance is showing me the one behind there, over there, but this guy's not on there. As soon as I right click with this guy, oh, it might not appear. Okay, there it is. Okay, I guess you have to study it. There are different aspects up here, and I never realized that there are some aspects that this node tracker is not tracking. It's only doing the 6 major ones. So this guy, of course, is up here. So Terra, so it does appear, and it's got 61 in there, as you can see. But this other one, whatever that is it's got 25 of that in there. I don't even know what that is. So that's pretty cool. And it's on our list now, so now we can get back to it whenever we need to. I don't even know if I actually studied this one earlier. Yeah, I did. Okay. Awesome. So, excellent. I love that node tracker mod. That is a sweet mod for Thaumcraft use. Whoa. Oh, it's still got that flying bug. Anyway, um, so yeah, so that's a pretty sweet mod. I mean, if you're playing with Thaumcraft, it's almost essential in my opinion, because otherwise, trying to remember where things are is you're just gonna have to have a notepad with you and jot down the coordinates and stuff of those things. But this one not only does that for you, but it also tells you what aspects are actually in each node. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so you'll notice we're really close to the village, and the border of our home base is right here. And what I'm thinking of doing is running this wall pretty much all the way over to the village, and that way it's sort of enclosed. And I might move it back here just to give us some more space for more builds, but I kind of want to connect the two, and then that way there will be a perimeter that buttresses up against this hill. And my thinking is I'd like to kind of level off the top of this hill and kind of put a castle or a lord's mansion up on top of there. I just think that would be so, so cool, because that way you can you're up there, you're kind of looking down on your subjects. You've got your home base village over here. You've got your villagers over here, and kind of a travel system between the two once I get the rail connecting the two. And then you've got this really cool private lake over here. I think it'll look pretty nice. So that's kind of my thinking. And you can we can run a wall around it along the side over there, and then maybe behind the back. Let me go ahead and change back into a morph or blaze real quick, and let's fly to the other side, and I'll show you what I mean. So over here, you can kind of run a fence along there, and then maybe kind of connect it back here with our fence over here, right? And then that way everything will sort of be enclosed. Yeah. And then, like I said, then you've got your home base over here, you got your village over there, and you're just up here on the top of your perch, just kind of looking down on your subjects, right? And I'll probably, like I said, take the trees off here and then flatten it out a little bit so we can kind of build a nice mansion up here. And then if there's if there's spots where we might want to put trees back, we can plant trees back up. But I think clearing it out for the build will be best. So that's kind of my thinking right now. I think that'll be kind of fun. And I grabbed an ebook a while ago off of Amazon Kindle service, and I think it's got some pretty cool builds in it. It's basically a builder's manual book that kind of says, hey, if you want to build this, this is how the one way you can do it. And it kind of gives you a schematic of what that would look like, and then kind of gives you an idea of what materials you need to make that kind of build. So I think I might go through that and get some ideas of what a mansion might look like. And I've seen a couple of YouTubers actually do some pretty cool stuff as well. But I don't know if we have enough space up here for some of those types of builds. This isn't a whole lot of space necessarily. I think we'll get some space back once we level it out, right? Because if I start here and just kind of take the top off, this 4 or 5 layers up here off the top, that'll flatten it out a bit and give us more space, because it's pretty flat down there. Anyway, I don't know. I'll have to give it some thought. If you've got some ideas or a specific mansion configuration that you think looks nice and might work well with this space, let me know. Maybe point me to a video or take a capture or a screenshot or something like that in a JPEG, and maybe you can send it to me. So yeah, so I think that might be kind of fun, and I think it's time for another build, so that'll be a good one to do, and hopefully that'll be kind of cool. So anyway, I think that might be our next one, is to maybe get started on the walls over here and kind of get the basics laid out, and then I'll start flattening the top, and then we'll take a stab at some kind of build up there. And then we can do other cool stuff like, creating a travel system from down here up there, and all kinds of cool stuff. There's all kinds of cool stuff we can take advantage of. And then also, like I said earlier in the episode, I kind of want to start taking a look at a nuclear reactor, and I'm kind of thinking, well, gosh, where do we want to put that? Do we want it necessarily close to our base, or is there maybe a better location? So I don't know. My first thought was it might be fun to put it on the other side. I can't wave my hand as a blaze, can I? I'm clicking, trying to wave my hand, and nothing's happening. Anyway, over there, on the other side of this hill, I was thinking I could put it over there, and then maybe have a tunnel going from our warehouse over to the nuclear reactor. I think that might be kind of cool. But it is close to our base, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I was also thinking maybe over the water over here might be kind of a good idea as well. Maybe kind of create a really nice bridge, maybe create a corridor here and then create a bridge across the water over to here. But that's pretty large. That's a pretty long space. I mean, we can do it certainly, but I'm not sure how much fun that'll be. Oh, I was just seeing this guy over here. And cool. And then we've got another ore node over here that I didn't even know about. That is so cool. These goggles really make a difference, I'm telling you. So anyway, all kinds of cool ideas. Let me know your thoughts. If you've got a preference for where oh, there's an Enderman, where the nuclear reactor might go. Because I'm thinking we should keep it away from our base, so maybe putting it over the water on the other side, might be kind of a cool idea. That way, if something bad happens, it won't impact where we live. I believe the nuclear reactor or big reactors is pretty safe, at least right now. I don't think it has a propensity to explode. So we could put it closer to our base should we want to. So anyway, yeah, if you've got preferences or thoughts on that, please let me know. So enough rambling. Sorry about that. Just kind of sharing some thoughts and ideas with you as to where we might want to take this series and what we might want to do in the next few episodes. There's all kinds of stuff I really want to do. So it's just a matter of picking one and getting going. But again, we haven't been doing building for a while. It's been a long time since we've done any building. So I'm thinking kind of getting started building something new might be kind of fun. So anyway, Again, thanks for joining me. Please share your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below. I'd really appreciate that. I kind of want to do what's interesting to you guys. So the only way to do that is for you to let me know. So I'd appreciate it. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please consider giving it a like. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.